back here. They have been poor according as per their standards.
Ronald Okoth at Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos, KCB will be taking on Nzoia Sugar. What are the expectations?
I think this will be a very tough match for KCB because Nzoia Sugar, the team that is used to playing in a field like Machakos. If you look at the way they've been playing back at home in Sudi actually to me is one of the biggest stadiums, so the biggest pitches we have, and the way they play at home, and when they find a ground like maybe Machakos, I think they'll be having a field day in that field. So to me, KCB should be very wary of Nzoia side that I think really need these points away. Plus Nzoia is a team that is they're not a respect of anybody, so they'll be coming in for nothing short of a win. But having said that, KCB also I think they have what it takes to win this match.
Vihiga United at Bukungu Stadium will be taking on Zukericho. Salim, your expectations?
Vihiga United, Robinson, as much as they are struggling in the Premier League, when they're playing at home, they are different beasts. But then again, the MVP for Zukericho, Mike Madoy, I think he will come to the party this evening because we know Zukericho are no pushovers, Robinson.
Yes, Ronald?
Yeah, I think just like Simon said, even though I think Madoy is not
left,
but currently
Kipkirui left with Gor Mahia.
But the good thing about Zoo, the current crop of boys that are in the team, they're also rising up to the occasion. Because I think every season we are seeing different players coming up. And for me, Zoo's most outstanding player this season has been is also an offensive winger. I think it's called Asewe, and he's very good. I think it's been very brilliant for this team, and he's probably the man to watch against Vihiga.
Of course, we take a look at the Kenya Premier League table, Kenya Premier League log. Of course, Bandari, the top team that we have currently. Do you expect any changes in the Kenya Premier League log so far? Of course, Bandari, the top place team, 32 points. Mathare coming in at number 2 with 31 points. So for Paka, 30 points after getting that win yesterday against Chemelil. That was a 3-0 win. Of course, Gor Mahia, number 4 with 29 points. Do you expect changes here? Gor Mahia have played only 14 games, while Bandari has played 15 and Mathare United has played 17.
My only worry is when Gor Mahia come back.
Yes.
Because they played 14 matches only. And they're coming back from continental scene. I think they'll be coming in to win the league. That's the ultimate goal. And
so if we compare with the number of matches that Sofapaka and Mathare have played, they have played 3 more games than Gor Mahia. So if Gor Mahia get 10 points, rather 9 points from the 3 games, it means that they will be having 38 points, while the top place team has 32 points. That is if they get to win all the 3 games that they have in hand.
But I think also the beauty of it is that Gor Mahia, I think in the second leg, they haven't faced Sofapaka, they haven't faced Mathare, they haven't faced Bandari. So to me, some of these top 3 teams might be a hurdle for Gor Mahia. So you never know. They might even lose against some of these teams. And the title race will go all the way to the wire.
Title race will go all the way to the wire. We take a look at how the other teams have been placed on the log. Of course, at number 5, Kariobangi Sharks. After that barren draw against Posta Rangers, they have 26 points. Tusker, after losing yesterday, they are still at number 6 with 25 points. Sony Sugar at number 7, 25 points. Western Steamer at number 8 with 23 points. Take a look at how the other half of the table looks like. Kakamega Homeboys with 21 points, Nzoia Sugar with 20 points, Ulinzi number 11 with 18, KCB number 12 with 16. Now, Ronald, Kakamega Homeboys, how fantastic has their season been? Or how, after firing the coach, it seems that they have been getting everything right for themselves.
They're getting the mojo back. I think the new coach, Nicholas Muyoti, has been doing a very good job. And he also is being assisted by Alan Wanga, who's a very experienced striker as well as coach now. So I think to me they have the right balance in that team to try and maybe even push for a top 5 finish, even though it will be hard. But looking at, but having said that, I think Homeboy they're also a team with very good players. If you look at, they have a player I think is called the one who won last month's player of the month. I think he's called Ndungu. He's been one of the best players, and being assisted by experienced player like Wanga. To me, they've been going for nothing short for winning, especially when they're playing at home, and I think that has been working to their advantage.
So we take a look at the other teams, how they're placed on the Kenya Premier League log. At number 15 we have Zoo with 15 points. Remember, number 14 is FC Leopards, who after their win yesterday, moved to number 14. Chemelil Sugar at number 16, 14 points. Vihiga United at number 17 with 12 points. And at the bottom of the log is Mount Kenya United with 12 points. So let's quickly get into the National Super League. That is the National Super League. We take a look at the fixtures and the results from some of the matches that were played earlier on in the week. So we take a look at Talanta FC, rather FC Talanta settled for a 1-1 draw against Shabana. Kisumu All-Stars getting a 1-0 win against Thika United. Coast Stima getting a 2-0 win against Green Commandos. Modern Coast losing to Fortune Sacco on a 3-2 scoreline. We take a look at the other results from the NSL matches that were played. Nairobi Stima getting a 1-0 win against Eldoret Youth. Wazito recovering from their 3-0 loss to FC Talanta to get a 1-0 win against St. Joseph. And then before we move on, gentlemen, Wazito earlier on in the week, they lost to FC Talanta. And the owner was very vocal on social media, that's Twitter. He was asking, like, he can't spend all that money and they lose to FC Talanta. What do you make of his comment, Salim?
I think Robinson, he has every right, because once you invest in a team, you have to get the rewards back. They say money on investment, I hear. That's why they call it. So I think for me, Wazito, they were poor against Talanta. If you watch them play, it looked like they never got it going. That they were having stray passes along that park, a lot of stray passes. And I think, again, you start picking positives. I think Ronald knows David also, again, he has been the standout player for Wazito. I think season in, season out. But then again, we say that if they keep on slipping up, and they are very lucky that Ushuru also lost against Kenya Police. That's maybe yesterday. So I think for me, they have got to do better if they want to get back into the Premier League.
Ronald, your thoughts on Wazito's owner after they lost to Talanta?
I think he has every right to demand results and to speak the way he wants, because he's investing, he's putting a lot of money into that team, and he demands it, because said if it's about players, he has the money to bring in some quality players in the team. And that's one thing with the teams that in the NSL, the teams that have the financial backing. If you look at back then when I was playing for KCB a season or two ago, we were really being put under pressure, because the management, they need results. Because having said that, I think KCB used to be referred to as the Manchester City of the NSL.
Money bags.
Actually, some of the highest paid players come from KCB. Come from, maybe right now they come from Wazito, because KCB got promoted. And I think it's just right in his own way to try and demand results, because he's putting everything into this team. So there's no excuse for you not to perform.
Of course, the other results, Kibera Black Stars got a 3-1 win against Nairobi City, and Kenya Police got a 1-0 win against Ushuru. Those are the results from the matches that were played in the NSL. We'll take a look at the fixtures for the NSL for the upcoming matches. We do have Administration Police taking on Kisumu All-Stars. Fortune Sacco will be taking on Kenya Police. Migori Youth will be in action against Ushuru. Kibera Black Stars will be taking on Kangemi All-Stars, and Green Commandos will be in action against Modern Coast. Thika United will be out to take care of Coast Stima. Shabana will be taking on St. Joseph. Eldoret Youth will be in action against FC Talanta. Nairobi Stima will be at home versus Bidco United, and Wazito will be in action versus Nairobi City Stars. Those are the midweek fixtures where you have when you talk about the National Super League. Quickly, we take a look at how the National Super League log looks like so far. Ushuru is the team that is placed top with 41 points, followed by Nairobi Stima, which has 41 points. Wazito comes in third with also 41 points. So we have 3 teams that are tied on 41 points. They are only separated by goal difference. Kisumu All-Stars is at number 4 with 39 points. Those are the National Super League standings. Those are the top 4 teams that we have. Then FC Talanta number 5 with 36 points. Administration Police comes in at number 6 with 31 points. Kenya Police has 31 points also, and Bidco United has 30. Take a look at the other half of the 4 bottom place teams. At number 17, we have Migori Youth, 12 points. Nairobi Stars, 11 points. Kangemi has 11 points, and Green Commandos has 10 points from 19 matches. So that is how the NSL table looks like so far. Remember, it's already the break. rather the league has gone, it's mid-season for the National Super League. Any things that you expect to change, or rather any teams that you expect to shift when the matches resume?
I don't think things will shift much, especially at the top, because we'll continue seeing some of those big boys in the NSL continue dominating. And when you look at the teams that are struggling, the bottom 4 teams, actually they're really struggling financially and all that. So I think unless maybe some funding comes through, I don't think anything will change.
Okay, we also take a look at the fixture that we have when you talk about the Women's Premier League. Remember, a number of teams were in action yesterday, and we also have other teams that are taking part, rather their fixtures will be played this afternoon. Others were played in the morning. We are talking about the Women's Premier League. Remember, it kicked off a few weeks ago, and a number of teams were in action yesterday. So we want to take a quick look at the results from the matches that were played yesterday and the matches that will be played this afternoon. So we'll be getting back to that later on. So let's get to some chess. And 7-year-old Fantalis Lucy from Lighthouse School in Embu is the winner of the girls under 8 category in the Mount Kenya Region National Chess Qualifiers. She collected 5 points to emerge champion in a category during the qualifiers held at Ruthagati High School in Karatina on Saturday. Walman Joki from St. Peter Juja was runners-up with 4 points, same as teammate Beatrice Nyaguthi, who finished 3rd. Kaberere Mwangi from Consolata School Karima finished 4th, also on 4 points.
According to the pupils, when they win the nationals, all the fellows will come number 1. We'll go to Russia, or where the world championship will be. And that's why the number is so big. Everybody wants to win so that it gets a chance to go and represent the country and the continent in the world championship.
Let's get to the Magical Kenya Open that will be played from the 14th to the 17th of March at the Karen Golf Club. And 15-time European Tour champion and immediate former Ryder Cup captain Thomas John, a 2016 winner of the Kenya Open Golf Championship Sebastian Soderberg, and 2015 winner of the Kenya Open Golf Championships, that is Hayden Portes, have expressed excitement to be returning to Kenya to play at the 2019 Magical Kenya Golf Championship.
I mean, it's a long-standing tradition with the Kenya Open, so it's usually the first one of the year, so it means a lot, and it was my first Challenge Tour victory, so it meant a lot, and I'm looking forward to going back.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played in my backyard. You know, it's some fun memories. You know, obviously being my first win as a pro. You know, to go back there would just be magical, and hopefully I can do something like I did last time. First time I went to Kenya, I was pleasantly surprised by how many people came over to watch the golf, and I think now that it's a European Tour event, it's going to be even more magical, and hopefully I can do something where I can make the spectators nice and proud.
I haven't been there since 1995, and I enjoyed it back then. So yeah, it's going to be great to come back there to see what it's like now. They put a lot of time and effort into getting this tournament into being a regular tour event. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited about going back to the magical Kenyan Open.
Well, of course, the Kenya Open will be held from the 14th to the 17th of March at the Karen Golf Course here in Nairobi. We take a short break. When we come back, we'll be moving overseas. We'll be taking a look at what to expect in the clash of the Titans. Manchester United away at the Emirates Stadium taking on Arsenal. And also, Chelsea will be in action. They are taking on Wolves. So the gentlemen here in studio are itching and